Was that a great lunch or what? Now, I hate doing these programs right after lunch because everybody's going to sit down and you start to die and you go to sleep because your body's involved in digesting all of that great food. So I generally save this program for the afternoon performance. And I call it Everything and More. And that's actually the Anderson family motto. Several years ago, I was at the home of a very good friend of mine, the best leader that I ever met. Ever since 1978, I've measured every leader that I've worked for, militarily or civilian, down from this particular guy. His name's David Bond, and he is a retired Air Force full colonel. Colonel Bond and I were at his house one day, and I saw he's got the Bond family motto up on the wall. And it says, "Even the world is not enough." Remember that from the Bond show not too long ago? Well, I really liked that. And I decided, you know what? The Anderson family needs a motto. So I thought and I thought and thought, and I finally came up with 3 words. Everything and more. That's what I want out of my life. I want everything I can get and more of it. And you know what? There's a way to do it, and I'm going to share that with you today. You can have your cake and eat it too. You can, but you got to work for it. You got to be willing to do the things that are necessary to get you there. You can be successful and win the American dream. I believe that you can have everything and more, but it's not easy. You do have to work for it. Now, the good news is there are things that I can give you today that will help you in that process. The first one is, damned if you do and damned if you don't are never equal. They are never equal. Damned if you do and damned if you don't are the horns of a dilemma. And that freezes most folks because they determine, well, there's nothing I can do that's going to work. Whatever I do, I'm going to fail. That's not true, because damned if you do and damned if you don't are never equal. And the deciding factor in what you should do is do the right thing. Do the right thing. Listen to your belly to determine what that is. My wife's a wonderful lady. She's got a master's in education, and she told me a long time ago, she said, do not believe what your eyes tell you, because your eyes can be wrong. Don't believe what your ears tell you, because your hearing can be impaired. Don't believe what your brain tells you, because most of us are in a state of confusion all of the time. And for goodness sakes, don't listen to your heart, because your heart will lie to you. Listen to your belly. Your belly will always be right. So when you're faced with that damned if you do and damned if you don't dilemma, listen to your gut. Your gut will get you through it. It's probably not going to be easy, but I'm going to tell you right now, doing the hard things is actually easier than going the other way. There's an old saying that I like, there's never enough time to do the job right, but there's always enough time to do it over again. You've heard that? Well, that's because we tried the easy way first. We tried to get out of doing the things that we knew needed to be done, or doing them the right way, taking that extra time that was necessary to fill in all of the blanks, dot all of the I's, cross all of the T's. So you end up having to go back. Well, if you had spent an hour doing it right the first time, but you decided you're going to shave it to 45 minutes, you got 45 minutes versus an hour. Hey, you made 15 minutes worth of great. But when you have to go back and do it again, guess what? You're going to spend that other hour. So now you got an hour and 45 minutes, or you got an hour. Doing the hard things is actually easier. One of the things I tell everybody, live your life like it was a funny book. Look at it from the aspect of an adventure. And you know what? In all great adventures, you've got the hero and you've got the arch villain. I mean, Superman's got Lex Luthor, Batman's got the Joker, and it is conflicting with those opponents that make Superman a better hero, that make Batman more effective at what he's doing.